Alright guys, yeah, this is just my quickly monthly update for November. So it's now the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot. I can't tell you anymore because I don't know any more of that, but yeah. And for anybody that's not from Britain, England, Guy Fawkes in 1605 was caught and his conspirators trying to blow up Parliament. So every year in this country we burn Guy Fawkes and have lots of fireworks. Yeah. So that's today. Yeah, so before I start the video, one thing. If anybody would like one of my beautiful mugs for left-handed people and right-handed people, send me a message. Yeah, anyway, so let's crack on with what I've done this month and what I've bought this month. I'll catch you later, guys. See you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so first thing, here we have the Mini Art Dutch Village Dio base. Yeah, I've painted it all in live colour brick tile set. I haven't got them down. If you bear with me, I'll get them. As always, I'm professional again. I use these colours, this set of colours that I have here. Oh, excuse me. The North Europe Village Debris and Rubble Easy Set 1, which gives you worn brick, positive dust, broken plaster, and then you had Southern Europe Village Debris and Rubble 2, and in that one you had old tile, which I used for the roof, stone wall and lime mortar. And then for the roads you have dirt road, Middle East and European asphalt, which I didn't actually use as such, but I used a Tamiya grey, one of them, I can't remember which one I use now. And then I give it, so that was all done and painted. This part here I used rough Tamiya diorama pavement effect, just to give it that rough texture effect on it. Then I give it a wash in this. Excuse me again, because I'm, as always, you know the usual thing, I'm professional. Give it a wash in Agrax Earth Shade from Citadel, and it gives you that worn effect, which is quite good. You get a very good effect from it. The grass tufts, well, I'll tell you more about those later. They were part of this month's purchase, really. I got for a steal on eBay, which was really cool. So them are from them, little scattered flowers occasionally. The windows, I mean, I've also put some photos afterwards, but the windows are from those microscope lenses. They have got glass in them. You can't actually see, but there is a crack going across those windows there, which gives it a bit more realism. And as I think I said in the last one, I wasn't going to do the interior, which I haven't, so I basically just boarded it all up at the back, painted it black. It was easy. Yeah, so that's the diorama base, but I have got some photos which I will put on at the end of the clip, and well, the end of the video I might show it, you know. So that's that. So what I'll do is I'll stop this camera and we'll move on to the next bit, which will be the figures. Okay, right, we'll move on to the figures now. The figures, I've painted some of them. I've still got a prime. How many have I got left to do? I've painted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another 9, possibly 10 figures still to do. what I'll do is I'll show you what I've done. Obviously I'm not going to go through all of them, but here we are. This is one of the paratroopers painted. Let's just move that so I can see. Don't know if you can see the face, if it's focused. I'm just trying to look on a small screen, but I'm quite happy with them, to be fair. I think they look they don't look too bad at all. So that's one of the paratroopers. The guy, which I'm going to call from the Resistance. I don't know what you can see. He's painted. They've all got to have a matte coat on them. The old geezer. I've put a stick in his hand. I'm going to give him a little orange flag to do. I mean, there's a nice shine on, but like I said, they've all got to have a matte coat. Show you another civilian. The old bloke there. I've got to put a cigarette. I've got to put a cigarette in his hand. But I'm quite happy with these. So I don't know. I don't know what you can see. Could be looking at blurred. So I'm hoping you can see that. But there's that. I'll show you just probably a couple of more figures and then the officer in charge. I've got to sort his umbrella out and stuff yet. But it's coming on, nice and steady. And I'm actually enjoying these figures. I'm actually enjoying this. The whole build seems to be. This geezer seems to be my favourite. He's got that look on his face, you know, that like. To me, it's that if you were an officer, I'd shoot you kind of face. But yeah, so they're some of the figures that have been painted. But like I said, they've all got to have a matte coat on them now. And then I've still got another 9 figures to paint. The Land Rover's done. The Jeep's done. Sorry. And that's had a nice gloss coat, decals, another gloss coat. Then I'm going to matte coat it, and whatnot, a bit of dry brush, possibly a bit of that Agrax Earthshade just to give it a dirty effect. But we'll see. So the driver's ready to go in there as well. Same with the trailer. That's all been done. So it's all had a gloss coat. It's got to be matte coated and weathered and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I've still got a lot to do. There's other box figures there to paint and some equipment, guns and that kind of stuff. I got some figures that were on the thing from an old thing that I got in my figures box. I've stripped them down as best I can using using Dettol, which seemed to strip it down. So I'm going to give them another prime now. It's took the majority of the paint off. Give them a prime and a repaint. And yeah, so it's all that diode's coming along rather nicely. I'm quite happy with it. In fact, I'm really happy with it. Yeah, my mate, good mate Steve, I was still talking to him, and I asked him about. I was talking to him about making rifle straps because I use yogurt pot lids. And I was just asking because I know a lot of people use masking tape, so I said I want to give it a go, and he kindly sent me some 1/2 mil micro masking tape. He said was what he uses, and he sent me some to try it out. So I shall be giving that a go on the old rifle straps and stuff. So that's basically my builds for the month. What I've been doing, I've basically been painting. That's basically that. Yeah, nothing but painting figures, faces. But I'm enjoying it, and my figure, I think my figure painting is getting better and better, which I'm really happy with the painting on that. So just bear with me while I have a quick drink, and then we'll move on to the next part. So yeah, we'll move on to what I've purchased this month. Oh, not the camera again. Sorry about that. You know, and what I've got planned, and why I've bought such things. Because most of the stuff I've been buying now, in fact, everything I've bought this month has been for that build that me and Simon Kemp are doing together. Whereas he's making the base, diorama base, as I said in my last one, and I'm going to dress it with all the figures and the furniture and that kind of stuff. So I've been sort of looking around for figures, furniture, and all that kind of stuff in 1/35 scale. The first thing is, as I mentioned in last month's, because the build had was having a sewer in it, I've now bought some rats. And it's a cracking little set, to be fair. Little resin set of rats. There's basically lots of little sprues like this. You've got squashed rats and rats standing up and other various forms of dead rats on there. You've also got many rats, you know, doing various things. A rat eating out of a can, sat up looking, and it's a great little set. Plenty of rats to choose from. You've even got a set of rat. I'm showing it over. I don't know why the camera's there. A little resin pot of rat poison. You even get a couple of rats coming out of a little bit of a pipe, bit of a drain pipe type of thing, having a, you know, running through a pipe. So, it's all fun, isn't it? You know. And I expect there was lots of them around during the war. You even get a little set of decals, poison, English, German, I presume that's Russian, and so on. So yeah, so you can have it for anywhere. So that's the little rat set that I got by Plus Models. So that was the one purchase which I did mention in the last month. So purchases this month. Well, I got that. Another little resin set, mainly to go into the cellar and the kitchen if we have a kitchen area. Obviously you've got the sack there with a mouse or rat or whatever trying to gnawing away. Same with the bag of spuds here. There's a bag of something there with a little mouse on, you know, a little mouse or a rat on carrots, and there's a on the apples, you know, just to sort of say, you know, say whatever. I don't know why I keep saying that. But yeah, it's nice little. I think it's the little things that sort of you can make the dio and put lots of figures on, but I sometimes think it's the little things that make the difference. You know, it keeps the eye occupied. I don't know if you're going to see that or not, I don't know. But it's a very nice little resin. I mean, there's even here a little broom to lean against the wall with a little mouse or something on it. There's a little pile of apples there with a mouse on. There's a little bag of something there. Again, with what's on the box with it? Apples, yeah, that's that little bag there, isn't it, type of thing. But yeah, and there's the little string of carrots, again with a little mouse on. I don't know if you're going to see that, just let me try and see the light. Let's try that. Is that better? There's not so much of a glare. But anyway, that's that. So I'll just drop them in there. You see, I'm allowed to buy all this because these aren't kits. Oh yes, these are accessories. So yeah, I bought these, a little resin set of figures. Again, they're paratroopers. They're nicely detailed, looking over a map. Now the idea of this is I've got a kitchen table. I can have these three figures with the map over the table, sort of working out what the next objective is and whatever. They're from a company I've never heard of, Soga Miniatures, but I've had a quick look in the box. It's a Russian company, and they seem really nice. The detail, I'm not going to get them all out because we'll be here forever, but and you get a real map. You get the map included as well. So there's that. So that's another set of figures. Sorry, set of accessories that I got there. I then got some more, because I've just been buying paratroopers because I think the size of the dio that we've got now, and I won two resin figures. They came basically in the bag, but no problem, and the detail on them is really nice. So basically that's the picture they will look like. So yeah, there's two resin figures there. So that's, yeah, so that's 5. But like I said, the scene basically will be the dio's completely evolving. You've got this street scene, which we're going to need quite a few paratroopers because I'm going to base it around the 101st Clearing Carentan. I've got that. We'll leave that till last. I then got these just to make up the numbers. I had a look at them. They're not the best, but with a bit of paint and whatever, I think I might be able to do something with them. But it's an old set, so we'll see. When they're built up, we'll see. If I use them, we use them. If I don't, well, it is what it is. But I have them. I then got, there's a lot of glare there, isn't there? Let's just move that out of the way. Am I fully? Yeah, I am. Right, I've got the Master Box US Paratroopers 1944. It only comes with 3 figures. Turn it around. Hang on a sec, guys. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so it's an early Master Box set, but it's Master Box figures, and I think this looks quite cool. So yeah, there's that one there as well. I've been buying a lot of paratroopers. So that's that. I've also got some Verlinden paratroopers which I had in my stash. So yeah, it's coming along nice. I then got this set from Mini Art, another Mini Art one, Household Crockery and Glass. This makes me laugh because you've got this nice box with all the cutlery, and you think, oh yeah, great, nice, and it does look nice, but I haven't took out the wrapper, but I've had a look, and big box just for that. So yeah, nice cups and saucers, but mainly because of they're going to be needed in the dio, because as I said before, guys, for me it's the little things. It's just dropped, hasn't it? Hang on a sec, let's pull it back up. Alright, let's try that a bit close to all the stuff. And then another accessory purchase was some Zvezda German sniper team. Now I've got a plan with this. Whether it will work or not, I don't know. But I bought these. I mean, they were only £8 for the set. The figures look spot on inside the box. But the idea is you've got this Dio base that's being built, and you've got the one main building with the American paratroopers escorting this woman and her daughter out of the house. They're kind of using the house then as a base type of thing. But then across the street you've got a derelict building which has obviously been bombed and damaged and whatnot, shelled, whatever. So I thought, because obviously the paratroopers are clearing it, but then you had to clear, you had snipers stuck around somewhere, or one German soldier making a last fight. So my idea is, possibly, it's only a maybe yet, is to use one of these figures, hopefully, to be sort of snuck up, hidden up in this thing, and just deciding whether to make a run for it, try and take out a few, or what. Bit of a suicide thing. I don't know. It's we're gonna have to see. I'm gonna see if it works or not. But I bought them anyway because that's an idea that I had. 2 more purchases and then that's it. Because I don't know how long this video is going on for, but it must be going on for a long time. I've also got a pot of this today. The Vallejo wash, black wash, quick drying, transparent acrylic. It's a dipping wash, so I'm going to give this a go as well when I'm making me painting the rifles and bits and bobs, and I've been told it's really good stuff, so I thought I'll give it a go. So I've got that. Right. Whew. You must be bored by this by now. Probably are droning on. Last purchase, which I think is quite cool. I ordered. There was I'm after furniture for this building, and I was on eBay and I found a nice resin furniture set. It was from Germany and it was cheap. So when it come, I ordered it a week. When did I order it? Last week, and it came from Germany in less than a week, which I was well impressed with. Anyway, it came, and it says, it come with a little note as well, which is quite. Hi Anthony, or Bees, which is me. See, you all now know my real name. Anyway, thank you for your order. I send you also some other little stuff as a gift. Best regards, George. Which I thought lovely. So what we get in the set is a nice little 1/35 scale armchair, a single bed, sofa so good. A Welsh dresser, I think that's what they're called, or something, I don't know. Or it could even be a bed, it could be a mirror and a bedside table thing. That. Wardrobe, chest of drawers unit, I don't know, type thing. I'm not up on my furniture. And then a little bedside table. Then the extra little bits, which are very much appreciated. Nice little resin pot. Nice little resin crate, ammo box, whatever. Simple jerry can, a water one. Another box. A haversack kit bag. And something which I won't use on this Dio, but it will definitely get used on another Dio. Possibly if I do a Vietnam one, or even, you know, well, any kind of modern one as such. But probably more Vietnam because of it being a cassette player, but a ghetto blaster. which I thought was quite cool. Quite cool. And that was my so that cost me all that resin there, furniture and everything else, was 15 quid on eBay, which I thought was an absolute bargain. So that is my complete purchases and stuff, and obviously I'm not allowed to buy any more now. Oh no, sorry, one more thing, I'll just quickly put that out of the way. One more thing, I bought this from Green Stuff World. It's a leaf stamp. I know a few people have been using them in the past. Greg Riley got one and he was on about it. I know Cohen's bought a lot of this stuff and whatnot. And I'll tell you what, it makes nice, especially now, especially outside. Well, I'm going to get the leaves from outside, and it makes nice leaves scatter. Just basically get some leaves from outside and just stamp them out, and it really nice little scatter. So I bought that as well. So yeah, yes, so that's been my purchases for the month. That is my month in scale modelling. The video is now over, so you can all wake up now from your slumber. And anyway, my project for the next month is basically just get these figures painted, get this Bridge Too Far group build sorted. I'm trying to sort out an update video on the whole group build. At the moment it's a bit difficult. I'm having problems with the email address that I put out before, so I'm having problems trying to gather everybody's photos together, but I will get there eventually. So if people have sent me, I apologise. We'll try and get it sorted at some point. I don't think I'll have any more purchases now in the next update, because I've been told that I am banned from my eBay and all that kind of stuff. But I already know what I'm having for Christmas anyway, because I've already had it off the wife. She bought me a new lamp. Yesterday we went to a hobbyist show. I took her to a hobbyist show at the NEC in Birmingham, because my missus does all these book art and stuff, and this folded book stuff. She does all that, so I took her there, and there was also what was it? Hobbyist. Was it hobby? Hang on a sec, guys. Back again. Alright, sorry about that again. Kids disturbing everybody. Yeah, so I took her to the NEC yesterday to this, was it the show? I think it was Cake International with Hobby Craft and Christmas Fair, let's say. I don't know. So anyway, we're walking around there, you know. I tell you what, these women are ruthless. I tell you what, it ain't for the faint-hearted going around these places with these women. Reminds me of the old days in years ago when you used to have jumble sales and that sort of stuff, and the women used to fight at the doorway. Honestly, it was almost like that. Anyway, I survived that. She got a few bits and bobs that she wanted. Well, there was a light stall there, and I've been after one for a long time. And she's actually bought me. She bought me one. She says it's for Christmas, but you can have it now. She bought me a high definition light. It is absolutely fantastic. It's so bright. I mean, I'm using it now, which is what's lighting up this table. It's got 4 settings. So if I turn it off, so that's off, but I've got my other light on as well, but just a little light. So that's off. That's number 1. That's number 2. That's number 3. And that's number 4. And it literally does. It's like working in daylight. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, she bought me that. That's my Christmas present. So I've had that off the wife. But it was a good day. And I'll tell you what, I got some photos of these cakes. Now a cake is not a cake anymore. I tell you now, I was so surprised. I know it's a craft and I know it's skillful. And I tell you what, wow, I can't explain it. It was. Do you know what? I'm going to put some photos at the end of this video of some of the cakes that we saw. It was like going to I put some photos on Facebook yesterday, and Ian Chandler said it's like a figure show that you can eat, and I think that's probably the best way to describe it. Some of the cakes were stunning. Well, they were all stunning, but the cakes were fantastic. There was cakes made, busts, big giant life-size busts of Freddie Mercury. Was it Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, or whatever you call him? Dioramas made out of cake. It's just totally opened my eyes, but it also opened my eyes the fact that they're not all cakes. Not every cake is a cake. Not every cake you can eat, apparently. I didn't realise this. I thought, oh, they were really nice cakes. And then I was told by some woman that was stood next to me that it's not a cake. And it just burst my bubble that some of them are actually polystyrene cake shapes with icing over the top. And it's the icing work and everything else that is the art. And I was like, my bubble was completely burst. Yeah. But yeah, cake making is not what I was expecting. The cake show, and it's an absolute skill. I really enjoyed it better than I thought I would. So I'll put some photos at the end. I'll put some of the building on, like I said. But then after that, I'll put some of the cake show on as well, just to give you an idea of what I was looking at yesterday. So, alright guys, well look, I'm going to go because this is going on now and I'm starting to really waffle on. So, right, I'll catch you on the next one guys. Ta-da.